Hello, and welcome to No Context Podcast, the podcast where we give you no context. I am Nate, and I stand 5 feet 7 inches tall.
My name is Derek, and I can't give you any more information because there's no context.
Well, you heard it here, folks. What are we going to talk about today, Derek?
Okay, so if you guys don't know, me and Nate, we go way back.
Yeah.
We go way back to like elementary, 3rd grade. That's exactly the point of where we first friendship to each other. And
we actually, our friendship bonded, like we first linked up over Lego magazines.
Yeah. Which is like pretty weird now because we relate on so much like other things, but like the first thing that we related over, like, dude, do you like Legos? And Nate's like, yeah, I got so many Legos, bro. Let's hang out. And then we hung out. It was really cool.
Yeah, now we like do blood oaths and everything. It's like a whole different.
You ready, brother?
Anyways, what are some stories that you've had from 3rd grade?
So like Diary of a Wimpy Kid, I remember like, I think maybe all schools did this. I don't know if like it was just my school, but the cheese touch was always the thing. Because
I hate the cheese touch. I can't stand it.
I remember, like, it wasn't even the fact that we were just playing tag. It was the fact that someone would throw cheese on the ground in the playground. They'd throw cheese on the, like the court, the basketball court, and it would be like, ew, cheese. It's like, who threw the cheese over here?
Yeah, I never got on the basketball court for good reason. We had the biggest thing during recess, because obviously recess is very fun to talk about. It's when the weirdest stuff goes down. But the main thing in our school was soccer. We had a big field where soccer was mainly the big game that all the normal kids would play. Yeah, and then the other kids will make hoarse noises by a bush somewhere and
I think there were some kids that actually made they'd act like dogs. Like, not even kidding, they'd act like wolves, and then I would go over there, I'd be like, hey guys, what's up? And they're like, ah! I'm like, ah! Yeah, they'd run away.
They would hiss at you. We went to the the soccer field one time, when there wasn't soccer for some reason, and there was a lot of grasshoppers that were lying around. And so a fun pastime, we like to grab these grasshoppers and make them make out.
Okay, so like back then we didn't really think much of it, but now it's kind of messed up. But like as kids, it's kind of funny because like their mouths are like shaped like saws, so like they fit together perfectly. It's really weird. There's just like a bunch of kids standing around and be like, "What are you guys doing?" And they're like, "Making grasshoppers kiss." And It was really
it wasn't until later we found out they were actually attacking and trying to eat each other.
I remember whenever we would pick up those grasshoppers, we'd put them in our pockets and then let them out in the boys' bathroom right next to the doors where we come in. So then there would just be random grasshoppers in the bathrooms. And oh man, I don't know. Nobody got in trouble for it, but it was just a small little joke we would have where we would just put grasshoppers in the boys' bathroom.
That's like one. Did we go to the principal's office for that one?
No one caught us. So.
We went to the principal's office like way too much though. A lot.
I remember. Okay, so like I've talked to my other friends about like their stories, and I'm gonna tell some of their stories. So. We didn't really have this at our school, thank God, but this one kid said that at his elementary school they had a poop bandit. This poop bandit would poop, and then he would rub the poop all over the bathroom walls and like smear and stuff. And I was like, dude, that is awful. Like, I thought peeing in a sink was bad, but this guy would poop on the ground and then pick it up and wipe it everywhere. Like, what? So, like, I mean, our elementary school wasn't that bad, but I remember there's still some pretty weird moments at our elementary school.
Yeah, we had a lot of weird kids. that we won't say names of, obviously, but I have a lot of like weird stories where, like, you know, like our school was the kind of school where you just walk on the playground, mind your own business, and then a kid would just go up to you and be like, "Hey, I'm gonna eat you,"
and then run off, and you would be genuinely so confused, but yet you're like, okay, that happened. So like our elementary school was always like really weird, and we'd always find like weird stuff to do. Me and Nate, whenever we were in like in 4th grade, we thought we were cool, so like we did this skit thing, and we would do these dumb skits that would make the kids laugh, and we thought we were real cool. And then like the teacher would be like, "Hey, don't do that. It's roughhousing." And we're just like, "What the heck, dude? That's not roughhousing."
Yeah. What was one of the skits that we did?
There's leapfrog, where we would just play leapfrog, and then you jump on my back and I start yelling, and then you call me baby, or you call me like, you're like, "You're such a baby, bro. Get up, dude. You're a wuss." And then I'll be like, "Ah." What a plot. What a plot.
That was comedy genius. We did one for the talent show, right?
Oh,
I think so. Or it wasn't. It wasn't okay. It wasn't a skit, but it was a rap.
Yeah. Okay.
We made a Subway rap.
Okay, so like I remember this talent show nobody really cared about, so like we weren't really nervous to go up there.
Yeah, we just kind
of.
I don't think anyone was. They just kind of get up there and then they like read a book or something, and the teacher's like, "Okay, okay. All right, move on."
But like our Subway rap was lit, and me and Nate still don't know the lyrics, but not rapping it to you because no, thank you.
Yeah.
So like, I don't know. Elementary has some real good fond memories, and I'm trying to think of some other ones. What about?
Oh, we remember whenever we got like pretty much all of our grade level to go. We had tennis courts, and we got like all of our grade level. I think it was either capture the flag. I think it was capture the flag.
Capture the flag or color tag.
Yeah, I think capture the flag was so much fun. We played the most intense games to capture the flag, and I think I ruined it for everybody.
Wait, why?
You remember whenever I think I kicked that kid playing capture the flag? Did I not tell you about that?
No.
Okay, well, there was this kid. This is another principal's office story, I guess, so, because I went to the principal's office for doing it. But so we played capture the flag, and we didn't have flags, so we used people's jackets, and we hung them up on the opposite sides of the tennis court. And so this kid was being a little cheater and holding on and covering up his jacket so no one could grab it. So he started to stand up, and I just kneed him right in the crotch.
Oh my gosh. Jeez.
And he ended up just start bawling his eyes out. And like yeah.
You're like, "Don't cheat."
I was like,
"Stop cheating."
Yeah, and it's like one of those things where you do something like if you're like an older brother and something, and you hurt your little brother and he starts crying, and you're like, "No, stop crying. I don't want mom to come in here." It was like one of those things, except like the teachers came, they're like, "What's going on in here?" And then we're like,
breakfast. The kid's crying.
Yeah, no, I think that was like the last time we did color tag, because it was roughhousing.
I think also they didn't let us in the tennis court anymore either. Like,
yeah,
after that they were like, "No tennis court unless you have a tennis racket," and we're like, "We're elementary school kids. Why would we bring?"
Oh yeah, then they bought like tennis rackets for us, and then like there would be 3 kids. At the beginning, everyone wanted to play tennis, but everyone was really bad at it. So
I remember we would also bounce the balls like completely out of the playground. Like I remember we would just dart them out, and we're like, "Oops, we don't have any tennis balls anymore. Use a basketball."
There was like kids who would bring footballs sometimes to recess, and
it was like bringing cocaine in New Mexico. It was not allowed.
It was sneaking a football into our school was like the biggest crime anyone could ever commit.
So like I remember like if we were playing football and we'd like go down, sit, height, we would throw the ball, someone would catch it, and then the teacher would be like, "Whistle, whistle, noise, whistle," and then be like, "Hey, you're not allowed to do that no more, or else you're going to the principal's office." And then like they'd be like, dude, what the heck? These teachers are dumb.
And I think most kids like had to go to the principal's office at least once in their elementary life.
Do you remember that time in 4th grade? Great segue, by the way. Do you remember that time whenever there's a whole thing about pantsing? Whenever like a lot of our kids in 4th grade, especially Nate, would pants.
I'll take the blame for that.
So like a bunch of these people would like start and go like while we're in the boys' bathroom, we would just be washing our hands and someone would pants each other, and we're like, "What the heck, bro? Stop pantsing me!" And I think I made sure I wasn't around that group so that way I didn't get in trouble. But like I just remember everyone was pantsing people like, "Oh, got him!" And it was great.
Yeah,
we got into principal's office for that.
Oh yeah, it wasn't like one person pants to someone and then they're like that one person goes to the principal's. It was a group principal's office visit and it was the best thing ever.
It was probably about 15.
It was probably it was half the class.
Yeah, it was
half the class goes to the principal's office. Most of the class are like, yeah, I've been here before, and then like there's like one or like there's like 2 or 3 people who are like just crying because they never been to the principal's office before and they happen to get pantsed. And then yeah, it was like one of those things where the principal was like, yeah, I can't really do anything about like this many people just being
suspension.
Here. So like the whole principal's office's visit was just pretty much her just be like, hey guys, don't do that. And we're like, cool.
cool.
See ya.
I remember there's also this one story where so in 3rd grade it was me, Nate, and 2 other kids, and I was shaving this tree. And I was just like getting some of the bark off because we're 3rd graders. What else are we supposed to do in 3rd grade? And play on our iPhones? We didn't have that. So like
we had DSs.
Yeah, DSs
and Pokemon cards.
So we were sitting there, and I was shaving, I guess, this tree with my knife. That's really cool and handy, and it was also a wrench. And I was like, dude, my papaw gave me this, and it's so cool. And so I was like using it, and then there's a teacher that walks over, and she's like, hey, what are you guys doing? And I'm like, I'm just shaving a tree. And then she's like, you know how bad that is? What if I went to your house and started shaving your trees? I'm like, I don't know. It'd be like, would you like that? And I'm like, I don't care. Go ahead, come to my house. I don't care. And she's like, oh, well, you're not allowed to do that anyways. Let me see that. I'll confiscate that. And
yeah,
then
she was one of those like, you know those teachers.
Really snooty, really like mean and like.
We had a lot of snooty
sarcastic
teachers, I think.
Yeah, but like she was just like really strict and like always wanting the best out of us, even though we're children and like we make mistakes literally like all the time. Like children aren't perfect ever, so like at anything. So like we make mistakes all the time, and like our teacher, we had the coolest teacher in the grade, so she was like, we're not going to send you to the principal's office. And I was like, yes! And then, did you go to the principal's office for that?
No, I don't think I did.
Yeah.
I think I probably wouldn't have because I was just with you guys and you're the one who brought the knife.
Yeah. But, like, I had literally zero intention of, like, hurting anybody. So, like, my teacher was like, oh, you're fine. And I was like, yes!
Yeah,
so.
I think a lot of our teachers were really mixed. There were some really good teachers, and then there were some, most of them were, like, snooty, and then there's some in the middle. There's one teacher, she is the computer teacher, and she was like one of the most strict teachers like that I've ever, I think. She would let kids just pee themselves if they didn't say, may I go use the restroom.
She was one of those teachers that were like, you have to, you can go to the restroom, you're not going to though. It's like, what, may I? And
she was just
like,
one of
yes.
those teachers who just kind of, well, she was the computer teacher, and basically, I don't know if they have computer classes anymore because it wouldn't make sense. But computer classes were basically just us playing computer games that they download. And one of the best games that were ever on, like the computer during the computer like class was Oregon Trail, and we didn't get to play it till 5th grade because it's kind of like a hard strategy game to understand. But it was probably like one of everyone's like favorite games. It was one of my favorite games.
I think my favorite game was the one with the superheroes. What was that one?
I kind of remember that one. There was a lot of them, but I remember Oregon Trail the most, and I remember the day, because she explains the games on how to play them, we have to sit there on the carpet and just watch her explain the game. Except this time, she usually explains it like pretty fast because the games are boring. But this time, she gets on Oregon Trail and starts explaining everything, and then about like 20 minutes later, she's just playing the game. she stopped talking to us. We're just watching her play Oregon Trail. I don't even think we got to play Oregon Trail that day.
We played it like next week, I think. But
yeah, it was fun.
I remember like I remember I had ISS with her, and like she was mean at the very beginning of like ISS, and then like at the end she was like, hey, whatever. And I basically just slept the rest of that day, and I was like, dude, I'm so cool. I went to ISS. So it was pretty good.
Yeah. I feel like, I don't know. I don't really learn much from elementary.
Yeah.
Except for how bad I was in elementary.
Yeah. I think elementary has some good stories and good topics, but I think that's all we have for today.
Yeah. That is the most context you're going to get out of this story.
Thank you for
Thanks for the 2 viewers who watch our thing.
Thank you, Mr. Loudest.
Yeah, Mr. Loudest for listening to
our fun, interesting podcast about elementary school. Yeah.
Julio.
Adios, muchachos.